I wanted to show you the new Defocus Curve IOL simulator in the My Callback app. So now what you can do is you can choose to compare lenses. So for this example, I can compare, let's say, the Symphony lens with the, we'll say, the Pure C lens. And it actually shows you at near, intermediate, and distance a prediction based on the defocus curve. And you can actually pan through the defocus curve too to see the difference. So just to make it a little more obvious, we'll change this to the monofocal lens. And you can see a monofocal at near is quite a bit more blurry than the Pure C at near. Or if we go from Pure C to maybe an Odyssey lens, the difference is even more dramatic. You can see here too, using the defocus curve, you can jump to the position that there's the biggest difference. And if you hit this auto mode, it actually tracks your facial position and shows you the difference at your current viewing distance. So if the patient says, well, what's the difference with this lens right here versus here, you can now give some objective data. You can also change the refractive target. So let's say I use the ZC-BOO at near, but I set it for a minus 1.75 or minus 2.25. You can see that the near vision is actually sharper now than the multifocal. You can also switch to a natural lens and change the age, right? So you can see at distance, assuming no refractive error, we'll say no refractive error. On this side, they have great distance vision, but up close, you have presbyopia. You can also dial in a refraction, so if they're a -3 and they're 61, their near vision's going to have a better refractive outcome again than the Odyssey. And with all these, again, you can go to the auto mode, and then based on where you're viewing the device, it will change the position on the defocus curve. So you can see as I'm going closer versus further away, it's traveling along that defocus curve. Another use case would be to compare the same lens at different refractive targets. So you could do maybe the Symphony lens in both eyes, but have the Symphony lens at minus 0.75, and you can see the difference there. So it might help you in setting a target or just expectations regarding the different lenses. Another use case for this is bringing up a multifocal lens and a monofocal lens, and basically coming closer to the patient with the eye chart. And as they get closer, they'll be able to see basically the difference between the monofocal and the multifocal lens. So it just gives you kind of another way to illustrate what people are choosing between.